Good afternoon, everyone. This is Grizzly Rising, and I am reporting from behind enemy lines. I hope everybody's having a great day. Before I get into the meat of this video, I do want to get some house cleaning stuff taken care of. First off, I want to apologize for my last two videos. The audio quality was absolutely abhorrent, and there was no excuse for it. I didn't prepare. I rushed things. And as a result, well, it turned out like crap. So once again, I apologize. 2, I took down the video about I did on the Red Pill Ghost. Me and him squashed our beef, so I had no reason to keep the video up, and I decided to take it down. I didn't see the point in keeping it up there as a reminder, so I removed that video. YouTube didn't remove it. No one asked me to remove it. I decided to do it on my own volition because I don't see the point of leaving it up there. Anyway. I also want to talk about my health a little bit. I'm not going to go into really any great detail. My health has much improved, or has improved much, or however you want to call it. I will be doing a video explaining exactly what happened and what's been going on with me in that regard at some point. I don't know when I'm going to do any live streams or anything to that effect. I haven't decided when I'm going to start doing that again, but I will be doing it at some point. I don't know how long it's going to be, but I will let you know ahead of time. I've also been doing a little bit of traveling, gotten out a little bit, seeing the rest of the country, which I haven't seen in a long time, which is kind of nice. It gives me a perspective on things. It's helped me see that, things are not all gloom and doom. Now, I am no longer living in Skid Row, but I'm still behind enemy lines, so it's good one way, but it's still kind of bad overall. Not as bad as it was, but much better. Anyway, let's get to the meat of the video. The reason why I'm doing this video, and I've kind of put this off for a long time, is that I'm walking away from the MGTOW label. Now, mind you, I'm not walking away from the MGTOW principles, I'm walking away from the label. When I was in that hospital bed back in August, I wasn't worried about dying, I was stable. I was being monitored constantly. I even got a portable monitor to walk around with, so they could keep track of me. But I had a lot of time to think, and I had a lot of time to chew things over. And I was seeing this growing trend in MGTOW of Spergs, alt-right, assholes, Incels, and other people in groups that were eating away at MGTOW. I actually warned about this like 2 years ago. I did videos like MGTOW's not a cult. I did a video addressing the alt-right and the white nationalist wackos coming into MGTOW. And I did a video addressing the Spergs that are coming into MGTOW. And I don't want to be associated with them. When I started doing videos, again, the first video I put out, which I've since deleted, which I already told you, someone made a comment on telling me I had to disavow certain people because they decided to commit the sin of making MGTOW content. And I just got one thing to say about that. You can disavow these nuts. I'll associate with whoever the fuck I want to associate with. And if anybody doesn't like that, they can kiss my fucking ass. MGTOW's supposed to be about men going their own way. It's not supposed to be about men, as some people call it, dick policing, or telling other men who to associate and who they can talk to. Fuck that shit. I'm not part of any cult, group, or any other thing like that. I go my own way. I live my life according to my value system and my standards. Lately, as I've been dipping my toe back into the quote-unquote manosphere, I noticed there's a lot of MGTOW out there that are making content, and it's kind of more content towards where the man-hating hater women's club as opposed to being MGTOW, because in my opinion MGTOW isn't about hatred of women. It's about understanding women. It's not about hating them. You can hate women all day until the cows come home, but that isn't going to change anything, and that isn't going to make you a happier person. So there's a couple loud MGTOW out there that are putting out content, and one of them started this hashtag campaign about going to so-and-so's comment section and spreads this hashtag to try to shame him and drive him off the air. I guess that's the best way to put it, is drive him off the air. And I think that's absolutely stupid, but maybe not. I don't know. I think we should start our own hashtag campaign called hashtag Purge the Spergs. But actually, I'm joking. Don't do that. That's kind of stupid. Okay, and some of you are going to ask, well, you put in your videos, and when you make your comments, you put hashtag gynocentrism. Well, yeah, but I'm not saying purge this or purge that or audit this or audit that. I'm using that hashtag gynocentrism to make a point. That's simple, that's concise, that's easy for everybody to understand. I'm not going around spamming other people's content, telling them, putting in hashtag things to drive them off the air. Now, yeah, okay, I go and I do spam some videos sometimes, and I crack wise and I talk crap, but it's not the same thing. I'm not wanting them to quit doing videos. And as far as this goes, like, driving women, quote-unquote, out of the MGTOW space is kind of a stupid idea to begin with anyway. Because why would you want to drive these women out? What's the point of doing that? I say let these women keep making videos because that gives us more grist for the mill. That gives guys more chances to reply to them and make counter videos or whatever, or just put them on the grill and roast their asses. Barbecue them up. Like I said, more grist for the mill. I don't see why they want them to be silenced and to go away. It doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. You're killing the golden goose right there. That's just fucking stupid. Why would you do something like that? It's asinine. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't get you anywhere. In fact, it actually is a detriment towards your channel if that's the type of content you're making. I say they can make whatever videos they want. If Nola Girl, if Ukrainian Lens and these other broads want to make MGTOW-related content or quote-unquote red pill content, let them. And if they say something untoward, then it's up to us to come and deconstruct their facts, deconstruct their arguments. So it's the whole hashtag thing's kind of stupid. And then there's another guy out there that's making videos, and I just gotta tell that guy, you know what, smoking those cheap-ass Black and Mild cigarillos and that 90s / renegade biker whatever style is way out of date. So, dude, ditch the duster, ditch the ponytail shave, and smoke some real cigars if you're gonna smoke cigars. Oh, by the way, he didn't take too kindly to me goofing on him with one of the videos he did, because apparently some smart dweeb or someone that has a good vocabulary gave him or his friend some grief, and he got triggered by Mr. Big Word Smarty Pants Man. Of course, he took down that video because I think even he realized that he was an embarrassment. But you got that guy out there making videos, and it's super cringe. I mean, if you want to see something really cringy, I'm not going to mention any of these guys' names because they don't deserve the attention. Just go try to find who I'm talking about. This guy just makes literally stomach churning, pain-inducing, cringy, weird, just creepy ass video. There's no way around it. And these guys, these Spergs, these incel guys, and I'll be talking about incels at some point. And I only use the word incel as a point of reference. I don't really actually believe in the whole incel concept. I think it's a crock of shit, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't think incels exist. I think that's just a illusion in the mind's eye, or the fact that these guys don't want to do anything to change their circumstances, or just even walk away from women and go their own way. So you got these incel guys also infiltrated into the MGTOW. Like I said before, you got the alt-right assholes, you got the Spergs, you got the retards. You got, basically, it's kind of, I hate to say it, but MGTOW's kind of been corrupted a little bit. I also thought about this whole taking women's rights away thing, and on the surface, it sounds like a good idea, but I'd do one better. Instead of taking women's rights away, I think rights, like some others say, should be based on merit. Because there are some decent women out there that do a good job. They're capable, they're valuable, they bring a benefit to wherever they go work at. Whereas you have a lot of guys, and I hate to use a stereotype, but I'm just going to use it, sitting in mom's basement, eating fucking Cheetos, playing video games all day, which playing video games is not bad in and of itself, but you got to balance it out with some sort of type of working activity, whether you're just working some no-load job at Walmart unloading trucks or flipping burgers or being an engineer or whatever. You need to do something. Even if you don't have to work, you should be out there volunteering or doing some sort of work, because work is good for the soul. And I'm not talking about working yourself into a coma or working yourself into an early death. I'm talking about some purposeful, meaningful work instead of sitting in the basement playing video games, dick policing, and pocket watching other men. I will put the links for those videos that I talked about, the previous ones I did, by the way, in the description box, because I still have them up on BitChute. So, yeah, MGTOW's become kind of a shit show. And I just got to call it right down the middle, because I didn't like what I seen, and I kind of feel partially guilty because, let's face it, I came off as kind of a Sperg. But I only played a Sperg on TV, and between me kind of overinflating my normal personality and just kind of going a little bit over the top, I was doing my best to interject some wisdom and some some knowledge in there for the younger cats, so they didn't make the same mistakes that we did. And I'll say going your own way is the least shittiest option out there, in my opinion, because all the options are shitty, but it's the least shittiest one. And another thing is, at some point, and this goes for me too, and don't get me wrong, I'm still going to roast broads and roast people that deserve it, but at the same time, you got to ask yourself the question, okay, so you swore off women, you quote-unquote left the gynocentric plantation, what are you going to do now? What is it to be a man? How does a man carry himself with pride and dignity? How does a man go about living his life in that fashion? How does a man seek self-actualization or become self-actualized? And I really don't think you become self-actualized, because I think it's a lifelong process. You may take a break from it, you may take a little bit of a piss stop, but something's going to come up in your life, some sort of challenge or obstacle, and you're going to have to get back on the road again. So I look at self-actualization as an ongoing thing. But seriously, yeah, I'm walking away from the MGTOW label. That's why I'm going by Grizzly Rising. And I also want to do other content that's not technically MGTOW related. I don't want to just be hemmed into one box. Also, another thing before I go off, and I'm glad I remembered this, because I'm just shooting this right straight from the hip. I'm not editing it. I'm not doing any script reading or anything like that. I don't even have an outline. I'm just going wherever it comes out of my mouth. Another thing that kind of pushed me away from this whole MGTOW thing, or this label, is the fact that there are some MGTOW out there that have doxed people because they don't like what they're saying. They've gotten their names, they try to find their addresses or where they live. And I gotta tell you, you know what? Doxing is a bitch move. You're lower than a bitch when you dox someone. And apparently a couple MGTOW managed to dox a female that was making, I guess, quote-unquote MGTOW content, or she's talking about red pill content, and someone revealed her real name to everybody. And that's just low. You know, you're scum if you do that. You're scum if you dox someone, because that tells me you can't win the argument. You can't deconstruct a person's talking points. So you have to reveal their identity in order to terrorize them. And yes, doxing is a terrorist move so that they will shut up. You are not even a man, you're less than a man. You're a little bitch. Actually, like I said, you're worse than a bitch. Because at least I'll say something for some of these broads out there, like Diana Lorraine, Ukrainian Lens, and maybe a couple others. They actually do try to deconstruct some arguments. They actually do make a attempt at doing so, which is more than I could say for the jackoffs who doxed a certain female on YouTube that does videos. And she doesn't have a lot of subscribers. She just gets up there, she does it for fun, she does it to vent out stuff. And we all know who I'm talking about, and full disclosure, she's a friend of mine. If you people don't like that, you can suck my dick. But regardless, even if she was an enemy of mine, I would still be against doxing, because that is not cool. It is not okay. It's not something that we as men should be doing. We should be better than that. That's all I got on the top of my head. If anything else comes up, I'll let you know. Like I said, this is just a quick little rant just to get this shit off my chest. And once again, I'm just going to say, hey, yeah, I'm still practicing the quote-unquote MGTOW principles, but I'm just walking away from the label. I'm walking away from the dipshits, the Spergs, the alt-right assholes, the racists, and the other weirdos and knuckleheads that have ended up populating the space. Okay, that's all I got for now. This is Grizzly Rising. I am reporting from behind enemy lines. I hope you all are doing well, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.